All right. I think this is definitely getting out of hand right now because this what I'm seeing right here. This look a little too crazy. Let's see.
If y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you been. It's definitely something going on, okay?
It's almost been a week and the Anton Daniels saga is still being talked about. Not necessarily.
Um, he's in the media again. You know, with Corey. So let's. What else did they got?
The beef between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. I think enough people may have weighed in on that. But this situation in particular got everybody talking.
Remember I told you that. If you got a with you, explain the don't ask her to be on my show. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch. Now get your whole the fuck on and pay for your like you got to. Cake ass.
No, me see clip. I saw the clip when them did have them little crazy interaction, but I think them did squash all of that as grown man and dap it up and say, hey, then realize say, oh, but for all who never watch the video, I will never see the clip that was going around. Basically, I don't want to say like words, but he was saying him mostly rock with white guys, and the other guy was like Anton was saying like him rock with black dudes, and it was you gotta watch it for yourself. Like watch his live stream and see what actually did take place. But them did have a little dispute, them dap it up and them keep it push it. But it looked like something else did happen behind because the clips I'm watching, me see them dap it up and everything did cool, but it looked like something else did happen behind.
And go get you a bodyguard because could be the slap out your ass.
So this is the part where Anton Daniels has decided to leave the podcast and he's walking out. And Corey Holcomb is insinuating that he is there with another woman, a woman who is not his wife, a woman that Anton Daniels wanted to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up to Anton Daniels because in work ethic is unmatched. Like in work ethic is really unmatched, and like impose a lot daily. And plus, him give financial advice on how to do certain good things and so forth. But let's see what he's really talking about
on the podcast.
Honestly.
And when I first heard this, when you guys were sending me this clip, I didn't know who it was, but allegedly it's a lady by the name of Mika. She is also known as Pop Culture Mika on Instagram. And from what I can gather, she is a Puerto Rican or Afro-Latina who is, absolutely really beautiful. And she has a podcast called The Red Cup. And she is, kind of under the same umbrella of a black conservative, kind of making America great again. But at the same time, she seems like she's kind of in the media. She, takes pictures with a lot of famous people. She's done, interviews. Seems like she's been like a rapper before, a podcaster before. So she's a person that's kind of like trying to break into the industry from what I can see. And she's now trying to break in the industry somehow underneath the guidance or mentorship of Anton Daniels. But this lady is very attractive. And so the question is there more going on? To be honest, I didn't know about this. Like I said, I've talked to Anton before. I've talked to his wife. I do not know what kind of relationship that Anton Daniels has, what he's allowed to do or to not do. I've never talked to him about those things before privately. We've always talked about, just basically content creation.
Like when I hear the talk, the clock are tick, and so the boy should come with something. No, what it is
and things like that. We've never gotten too personal on the phone about our personal lives. But other people are really digging into this. And there is another YouTuber out there by the name of LaKeisha Keisha. And she put out this video called Anton Daniels Exposed Sleeping with Mika. He is married. His wife is afraid of him. Woo!
Damn.
And then she starts to explain her case.
If you type in Anton Daniels and Mika, this is what comes up. If you guys look at this picture right here, where's his hand at? Can y'all see that? Let me go back to my screen. Okay, let me reshare it again. If you guys look at this one picture that I'm showing you right here, this was one of the pictures they sent me. Look at where his hand is, right above
You
her
can
butt. This
see
is
right here.
inappropriate. Like this is inappropriate. It is inappropriate for two ways, two reasons actually.
So she even says if you go on a Google and you type in Mika Micca and Anton Daniels, Google search will bring up these particular photos of Anton and Mika. And of course, on a bird's eye view, the pictures don't look as bad.
Yeah, and it look really bad. It looks like she's a fan. She's just taking photo. Yeah, look at somebody comment lame ass nigga.
But when you really look at them, for example, this picture here, it is inappropriate. Now, I did blow this picture up to give AI a better image, but this is actually a picture. This doesn't look like a picture you would take with a man that is not your boyfriend or.
But she look like she married to. She have a ring on her finger, you know. So I don't know.
Somebody you're sleeping with. This is a very romantic style photo. This is not a photo a man that's married typically would take. And she's looking happy. She got both of her arms, on his shoulder. He got his arms around her waist. And yeah, she's an attractive look.
I know some men would fold like an omelet because she, to be honest, look on the girl, like she's alright, she's okay. Not saying too much, but a lot of these black guys, they would fold like an omelet. Like if she just say, "Oh, take peace," I'm from Jamaica, that's why I speak like that. But if a lady like that go around a lot of niggas right now, or a lot of males right now, that is not disciplined, they will fall like an omelet. Easy. She got a slim waist, a flat belly. I understand. Yeah, you can't see it for yourself. I'm going into details, but you will fall like an omelet, buddy.
Looking lady, right? Now, I did do some research on the Instagram to see, like, if this picture is still up. It is not up on her Instagram. She did remove this picture, maybe because people thought it was inappropriate. And again, this is not to say that something is going on with them. But then there is this picture of them together at a Lakers game. And, she's excited to be there. And again, Anton's wife is not in the photo. But then she would continue.
I was told that this woman is married and we know he is married. Okay. Him putting his hand above her waist is so very inappropriate. Okay. If y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you've been. It's definitely something going on. Okay.
So she says something is definitely going on because number one, he is married.
That's some wild accusation without actually some hard evidence, because just seeing that on the other photo, me not jump to conclude on it, but I want to see more evidence. But the video is just 5 minutes in.
And so is she. Woo! Now, I have no idea if the woman is married or not, if the woman is separated, if Anton is separated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We
okay.
Don't know that. We don't know.
I have no real idea about this. But she would go on to make more points.
I'm not a jealous girlfriend, so if I'm in a relationship, I'm not jealous. But let me just make sure you understand. You ain't taking nobody out to no damn games, bro. It's just not happening. Like, why is your wife not there? Like, am I wrong? Like, that's not happening.
Yeah, it looks so sus. Like something is going on behind these cameras, like off camera, behind closed doors. You understand? Behind closed doors. But yeah. Bro, I'm rooting for you still, but hopefully you're not disappointed. But
I mean, and it is not to say that, you have to be a jealous person to say that, you don't want your significant other to go to a game with somebody else. I don't. You ain't. It just ain't happening. So this is him with her, okay? And here's the deal. The girl cute. I mean, it ain't like, she ugly or nothing. That's another reason why you ain't going, okay? It's not happening. It is not a debate. So if you in a relationship, your man letting you go on.
Yeah, like in a relationship, it's simple. You gotta have boundaries where you just not gonna cross certain boundaries and step out of line with certain things, you know? We're saying a full blown marriage relationship. Bro,
On these, excursions with a whole nother dude, that is not happening. This has nothing to do with jealousy. It has strictly to do with I don't play those type of games.
Now she's saying, look, Mika's an attractive lady. What woman or man allows their, wife to go out with somebody that's attractive as her? Like, would he?
yeah, sorry for pausing the video so many times, but Anton does look like one of them dude they were with a control them, like program a woman in a certain type of way, in a certain type of setting, situation, or whatsoever. You know, like, because unless man and wife no longer talk, or just them have some mutual understanding already, where the whole world and the whole world no need for no, but him just get that the vibe.
He allow his wife to do the same thing? I'm not sure. Okay. But this was the commentary that she gave. Now, I went back over to listen to what Anton Daniels said about Corey Holcomb, basically saying that he's with his side chick. All right. Now, Anton said, listen, if I'm with my side chick, why would I put her on the podcast? Right. He didn't mention that. But then again, he started mentioning other things that kind of didn't match up with that argument.
You don't mention what nobody else got going on with their family. Under no circumstances do you, if I beef with anybody, if I have a disagreement with somebody, I never, ever, under no circumstances, say some shit about that. Don't even, I could see it with my own eyes, man. I don't know what the they got going on over there. That ain't my business. It ain't my business. I don't know nothing about what you got going on in your life.
So now he's saying, you don't mention what somebody else has going on. Like, you don't put that information out there. Okay, this is what he's saying. All right. Then he says this.
And yes, I did have Mika with me, and she was looking gorgeous.
Mika looks good.
Damn.
That's, again, like I said, he's a married man. I saw a post he put up and took down about Anton Daniels. He called Mika his baby. I did see that post. I didn't screenshot it. I didn't see a need to do it. But then he also talks about this.
Hey, anybody that's friends with Corey, anybody that hang around that, hey man, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing out of pocket. Is a snitch.
Hey, it does sound like you're informed by yourself. Basically, you really never have to respond. And you really didn't have to, speak on the whole situation. Just keep it pushing. But if you keep it pushing, it just seems as if also, actually the things, understand? But if you never answer, it still wouldn't blow up on the internet like how it's right now. But basically, it's like you attack.
Nigga's a hoe. He a hoe, he a snitch, and every facet.
Because it's just like a man over there, so what I say, Ray, I have that girl is such and such. But you want to address it, right? Or you address it in such a way where you say, bro, you all know you that nigga when you're always telling lies and stuff. And you leave it at that. But to they speak like that, that's why
To the
persons
word
are run with that narrative.
He's a snitch, he a hoe, and that will backdoor you.
He says anybody is a friends with Corey, he is a snitch, don't trust him. Okay, so why would a person say that? You would only say that if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And instead of saying, well, I shouldn't be involved in that behavior, that person is a snitch, don't deal with them. Because that person will tell on whatever you're doing. All right? But then when you're talking about snitching, you come back and you say this.
5 hoes over there. Why I care about what is saying? I always got a bad chick with me. 100% of the time. I don't go out of town unless I got a bad chick with me. But he don't know that. He don't know that I do what the I want to do when I want to do it. And so the thought he had one up.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
He says, I got 5 hoes over there, and I'm always out with a bad chick. He don't know what I got it on. I can do whatever I want. So he thought he had one up. Woo! So I gotta talk about this because this is the problem that I would have. Number one, Anton Daniels, he could have whatever situation going on. He said he got 5 holes over there. He talks about the fact that Corey Holcomb don't know what he got going on. And so if anybody is snitching right now, I mean, obviously it's you. I mean, you telling everybody else that, you know, you can do whatever you want. So that means you can have whatever kind of woman you want and your wife is okay with it. And that's fine. So if you want to live that lifestyle, it's okay. Here's the problem that Anton's going to face.
You know, what we do in our community, and we don't have any real heroes for the culture, right? And I'm not saying that because my hero is Jesus, right? So I look at it from a completely different lens. Regardless of where I am in my journey, the person that I pedestalize.
Yo, a lot of people, bro. I mean, yeah. I'm some look up team, but bro, basically you just at some point in life you just realize, yo, bro, you have to just focus on yourself, bro. Because if people are always let you down, but God not gonna let you down. And other things the persons we do, like when them do wrong, them will always run to God. Nothing wrong with that, but it just sometimes doesn't sit well with what you're saying and then what you're doing. Your actions versus what you do. Bro.
And the word is the word. It doesn't change. It has never changed. So I have a blueprint for what I think.
Because it's you can't, you're able to do whatever you want. The Christians don't do that. Our followers of Jesus. For your life still in there. You know, we only can tell
Success should
that
look like.
You know, for your life still in the idea, bro. But
Anton, as a black conservative, is saying he loves the Lord. He loves God. He loves Jesus. Jesus is his motto. All right. So we want to put that to the test. Is Jesus the motto of Anton Daniels? Well, then firstly,
bro, all the money I find them clip here, the money just come out and just instigate. Yo, the internet is not a safe place for y'all, bro.
We got to look into see, because since he can do whatever the hell he feels like doing, we got to look at what the Bible clearly says about adultery and fornication. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know the difference between adultery and fornication, basically fornication is sexual activity between people who are not married to each other. Okay. Sexual sin between unmarried people. Adultery, sexual sin involving a married person. So if Anton Daniels is living whatever lifestyle he wants, you know, he's admitting it. What you're saying is, I'm a person knowingly committing, number one, adultery as a married person. It's sexual sin. Then you're also fornicating.
Bro, much Anton Daniels a lot, and him been say like him can do whatever he want in a relationship. And the way him talk something, you know, I have the video right now to prove it, but the way how him did a talking and one of the video them, it's like he was saying him can do anything he want in a relationship. Him have him studio or a different location, him doing video them and so forth, and he can have females in the back, and his wife really wouldn't say nothing like that. Like that's why I say like he just come like he's a programmative person. Like he can program his wife, he can program certain things, you know. But yeah.
And then it's likely to believe that if you're dealing with women who are not married, it is sexual sin between unmarried people. So you're a person that's an adulterer, and then you're also fornicating with a person that's unmarried, meaning that you're killing two birds with one stone. So then what does the Bible say about a person like Anton, who knowingly says he loves God? Adultery. Exodus 20:14. You shall not commit adultery. It is actually one of the 10 commandments. Leviticus 20:10. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely put to death. I mean, you follow Jesus, so then you would also follow the Old Testament, okay? Proverbs 6:32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. This is Proverbs 6:32. Matthew 5:27-28. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. This is what Jesus is saying, a person says he follows. But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So when you call this lady that she's looking good, she's looking beautiful, and you're a married man, even if you are not sleeping with her, you are committing adultery. There are many other scriptures that I could talk about, but clearly that would be an overkill. And I really don't want to do that. But I want to talk about the fact that Anton Daniels, he is putting out to the world that he's a black conservative. He's a Christian. He loves Jesus. And it's interesting because this is also the same persona that Pop Culture Mika is trying to do, which to me, it looks like it's a grift. Okay, she's having all these black Republicans and black conservatives that are doing whatever they want to do. She's at the Black Conservative Federation Legacy of Freedom Ball. So these people are putting themselves out there as if they don't do the same things that Democrats are doing, and they're doing all of the same thing. I mean, they're just as hood. I mean, they're just as ghetto. They are basically dealing in the same debauchery, and they're just grifting the right. So basically you're grifting the white conservative movement or the black conservative economy, but you're still living like Pookies and Ray Rays from the black community. And then you think that can't nobody see this shit when we all see it. And that's the whole point that I have a problem with somebody like Anton. The thing is this, if this is how you're living, okay, yeah, you're being honest about it to a certain degree, but then to the majority of your non-black audience who may or may not know that, the thing is you're acting as if you are Christian and you're striving to be better, but you're continuing to do a whole bunch of other stuff. You're going city to city, showing up with bad chicks and all of that, but then you're talking about Corey Holcomb is fake for telling on you, and you're talking about these other guys are fake, he's a snitch, and real N-words don't do that. I thought real N-words don't behave in the same stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
Woo! That's what I thought. Like, again, you criticize and say there are no leaders in the black community. You come and say there are no heroes. Anton Daniels got the opportunity to be a hero, but he's also falling short like the same people that you criticize, because if you give a guy enough clout, you give a guy enough opportunity to be famous and have, you know, some choices that he got to make, then all of a sudden he's not standing, 10 toes down with what he's preaching out here. And so now people can see it. Now Corey Holcomb is the problem. You wouldn't have to worry about it being.
Yo, the money change a lot of people. The money change you. The money will. Yo, money can change you, bro. A lot of people say, yo, money not gonna change you when you're rich, but money will change you. It's either I change you for the good or I change you for the worse. Because I know persons were really wealthy, but them still loyal and faithful to their wife. It's a disgrace upon him wife right now. We still don't know the real situation between him and his wife, but if them still together, it not look good. Worse if she go to church and all of that stuff. God, even gonna dive into that, but it don't look good.
A problem if you lived in the way that you do. Let me give you an example. There's a brother that came to see me about 2 years ago. Go Black to Africa. Okay. I want to give him a shout out. He's a married man, and he's also put that out there on his channel. And Uganda got some very, very, very beautiful ladies. Okay. And when I was out here and he was out here, I mean, listen, I mean, it's a lot of beautiful ladies out in Africa. This man was just like the way he present himself online. I mean, this guy is just like that. You know what I'm saying? He's committed to his wife. He wasn't asking where the club at. He wasn't asking what. No, he stayed right there in that apartment. He was doing his work by himself. He was calling his wife every night, because what he lives and what he preaches on here is important. And it's okay to live a lifestyle that you want to put out there for the world, but you can't mix Jesus in it. Okay? You cannot mix the word of God in that. You're talking about the word of God is the word. Well, then what will God say about how you're living your life currently? What would the Lord say about that, since you love the Lord and you know that God would not approve of the things you're talking about? So why do you even mention that? Why do you even represent him in that way and representing the faith as a married man, and you build your whole persona on this. You build your whole talking points on this. You build it as a part of your credibility, but you're moving around like an athlete would. You're moving around like you don't respect what you have built your whole reputation on, and then all of a sudden it's somebody else's fault when they catch you up in that. And again, it's something that you just can't really respect. I'm just being honest. It's like, not that I have a particular issue with that, but it's not matching up to the people he criticizing. The reality is this: he's no different than who he's talking about. Anton Daniel.
I don't know if I'm the only one that realizes this, but the same thing with BBL, can actually ruin you. It's a street code where say, if you're not gonna die about it, don't do it. Because the same thing can kill it too. The same thing will make you millions, the same thing can kill it too. So basically, him do reaction videos, him do like podcasts, him speak from person, we do things like that. And then him end up and do the same thing. So now persons are reacting to him doing it. I know he's in the limelight for doing all of that. It could be a publicity stunt, but we don't know. And just hoping do right, because he must speak about God. So just do right, bro. Yeah, I'm done seeing all of this.